Hi, so a little market update. Let's look at the chart objectively. Again, there's no bias. As you know on my YouTube channel, since down here at 52.20, I made a case for why you could get up here to around, let's say 56.50 to 5700, and this is where I was stalled out. Now, before we go up further, because honestly, the case for going up further, I still think it's going to be overall lower high, but the case for going up higher is stronger simply because look at the chart. Again, you know how I trade. I trade liquidity, right? So equalize equal lows. People put their stop loss and liquidations on the other side. That creates the incentive for price to go through there. Okay? Now look at the chart objectively, okay? These lows are bad, all right? And it implies that the incentive to go lower is there. But we also have it to the upside now. You see what I'm saying? So when we were down here, and when we were up here, and when we first got up here into this range, and I was calling 52, 5650, 5700 on this whole move up, right? It was easy for me to sit there and say it likely tops out here. But right now, again, the market changes with time, right? As in market structure and so on. It's harder for me to just make the case that it has to go down from here right now because we have more information and more data in the charts, right? So, is there a chance that we do something like, let's say, in 2022, when we went, and again, this is the only time I'm going to be using a Fibonacci retracement, and it's not because I want you to pay attention to the indicator, it's just to show how much of the losses we recovered. Okay, so here we recovered, it's in between the 70% retracement and 78% retracement, so we recovered about 75% of the losses. So again, you shouldn't use this as support resistance and shit. I'm just showing you how much of the losses we recovered. Could we do something similar right here, where from the overall high to the low, we recover somewhere up here, which is comparable to what we did in 2022. And again, after that, you made a lower low, right? So let's be clear, okay? You recovered approximately 75% of the losses right here, and then you went for lower low, and you kept making lower lows and lower highs. Is that possible? The case for it is a lot stronger now. And as you can clearly tell here, there is no bias. So I'm looking at this from a trading perspective, and I think the case for it going higher is higher now. However, what this does is it doesn't make me confident in either area. Why? Well, because there are times when you speculate, and there are times when you don't speculate. This is one example of where you don't speculate, because right now it's literally a 50-50 chance whether it goes up here or whether it goes down here first, okay? Now I think inevitably it's gonna go lower, okay? I think we will go beneath these lows, whether you go beneath these lows first or after. The issue is if you push up to, let's say, 57, 37, right, to these equal highs, after, so you do something like this, I don't know if I can be very bearish there because of what they've just done here. And everything changed today with this push up here because they actually have the incentive to go higher after that. Okay? And this is the way I approach trading. So there's plenty of bearish signs, but there are also some developing bullish signs from a technical perspective here. And so I have no bias. I'm just here to make money, and I could care less if it goes up or down in the short term. In the long term, I think this shit will go down. But the only question is where the lower high comes in. Because initially I thought 5650 to 5700, which is what I've been making the case for. Again, this whole move up here. But right now, just because of market structure, it's hard for me to sit here and say, well, this is where it's gonna stop now. Because we have more data in the charts presenting a contradicting case to my original view, right? And this is how trading works. It's always if this then that, and because of that, I can't just sit and say, oh well, it has to do this. It doesn't have to do that. Okay? If the chart starts to develop bullish signs, and it's not that this is bullish, this is more neutral. Okay, let me be clear. Right now, I think the market is fairly neutral. You have incentive to go lower, you have incentive to go higher. Okay? Right here, it was easier for me to sit here and say, when we had all of these highs right here, it was easier for me to sit here and say that we're gonna go above this by a few percent, which again, I made the case for 5-6% more upside from right here when I made the video, right? Well, now we're here. All right. So when we were right here, I was extremely confident we are gonna go lower. But with this recent push up, I don't know if I can be that confident anymore. So I'm just giving you a little update here. Now, because markets can develop really quickly, I mostly post stuff on my Twitter, so I'm gonna have a link to that in my bio, so you can follow that. Because I probably won't make market update videos all the time, or market video updates all the time. But this is one where I feel like it's kind of important for you to know. Um, and the reason why equal highs and equal lows, again, I'll just give an example. If you look at United Health, this is a good example. Here was United Health, right? So you see we had 1,240 days of stop losses beneath here, and these are equal lows. That means everyone's stop loss and liquidation is in place, right? And this was the largest component in the Dow. And then it did this, boom. And you see the volume? Because everyone's stop loss and liquidation is beneath there at the same time. So this is how it works in both directions. So just a quick little market update. And if you want to follow real-time updates, because these kinds of videos are really rare for me to make, where I'm just going to make an update like this. But this is important information for you to know. So right now, I feel like it's a 50-50 chance, literally, right? Down here, I said there was a 70% chance that we push up to here, to 5650 to 5700. And over here, I made the case for why it's really probable that we do this, right? But right now, you know, we could literally go anywhere. I think ultimately, somehow, some way, we do end up here. But if we push up a bit higher, I have to make the same case for upside. Then I think somehow, some way, we likely go up here. All right. So that's all. Take care, peace.